So I remember having a conversation with my husband. I remember calling him very calmly and saying, so as I understand it, and I ran down what the woman had said to me. I wasn't angry. I didn't yell. I just calmly repeated what she had said. And I said, okay, I want to ensure that this is correct. He came home. We talked about it. Some things came out. Can't remember everything about it. But in the end of that situation, what ended up happening is I said, listen, at the end of the day, you have a baby with her. I am this baby's stepmother, and this is not this baby's fault. And I need you to be a father, because it was then disclosed to me that the DNA test had come out. It was revealed it was his child. There was all of these things that came out of this conversation. And I said, you know what? Okay, great. This is where we're at. You need to bring the baby to the house, because the baby is innocent. You two are pieces of shit. Okay? But the baby is innocent. Turns out that the mother of the child had 6 children. My stepdaughter was her 6th child. And I just remember looking at him like, yeah, you're so fucking stupid. I just remember just looking like, you are so dumb. Of all the things you could do, you go and impregnate a woman and give her her 6th child. However, left it be. We went on, had the baby. We did the whole family thing. People were surprised when they would see me, show up with the baby and visit him. It was just like, this is our family. This is the reality of what our family is. The family isn't the family I thought I was signing up for, but this is the family I have. I took vows, and so I was going to try to be as true to those vows as I possibly could, because marriage is work. It isn't a fairy tale. It isn't some utopic thing. Marriage is work. I did not hold my husband to perfection, and I am not going to hold my future husband to perfection, because we're human. And every day we are met with choices that we have to make. And every day we make some that are really great and some that are not so great. And I refuse to internalize someone else's selfish choices as something on me. So we are going along in this situation. I've accepted that this is the place that we're in. Again, it wasn't the family that I signed up for, but it is now the family I have. And I was going to give this baby everything that I could give her, because she was a part of a man that I loved. And then one day I am on Facebook and I am playing Bejeweled, and I get an inbox. Now at this point I had the married to his name. So a woman reaches out and she sends me this long note, and she says, hi, I am X. I'm reaching out to you because I see that you are married to X, and I have been trying to reach him to no avail. I'm paraphrasing, of course, to no avail, and I saw that you were married to him, and I wanted to reach out and tell you that I have twins that I think are his. Okay. So now there are potentially 2 more babies. I just have to deal with one woman, and now here I am just playing Bejeweled on Facebook, and here pops up 2 other potential babies. And I remember looking at him and saying, there's a message for you. That message wasn't for me. It was through me to get to him. I said, there's a message for him. He reads it. He responds with, profanity, Latin words to her. I look at it. I remember just writing back to her and said, just to be clear, that was not coming from me. This is his response. And as long as I am married to him, these babies, if they are his, will be taken care of. And I went back to playing Bejeweled. And I remember sitting there and him looking at me, waiting for a response. Because here I was, his wife, yet again in a situation where I have to find out about his outside children at this point. And I remember him looking at me and saying, so you have nothing to say? I said, nope. And he says, Toshiba, for as long as I've known you, you've never not had something to say. I said, I have nothing to say. And it was at that very moment I decided I needed to leave. And I will tell you why. Because despite cheating not a deal breaker for me, choosing is a deal breaker for me. And he had chosen to act irresponsibly, not thinking about the consequences of his actions on the people he loved. That, for me, was an issue. I am married to a man who does not know how to control his penis because he is making choices, very irresponsible choices, that are having an impact on his current and on his future. Because while you're out there ramming down and juking out women, you were not even thinking about protecting your penis. You were just out there raw dogging these women with no thought or concern about your family. And then you were going to take this raw penis and bring it back to me. And so I immediately, once I found this out, made an appointment to the doctor on base to go ahead and get tested. Because let me tell you, I no longer, to thank you, Ann Jean's point, to Ann Jean's point, I no longer could trust him. He loved me enough to marry me, but not love me enough to keep me safe, to protect me. And you're damn well not protecting me when you're going out and having raw dog sex with women, and then babies are popping up. Because now you're now purposely creating homes you know you're not staying in. You're married. And you married a woman who you also knew did not want to have other children. So you're purposely having raw dog sex with women you know you are not going to have a family with because you chose years ago the woman you met and wanted to marry. How can I ever look at you the same way?